Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to City Skylines. Lovely coastal area there. We've built so many of those, though, I don't know which one it is. Speaking of coastal areas, look what I finally built. And I kind of rebuilt some things. They do get occasional flooding, and I'm not really sure because it's not water coming up over the edge. I think it's coming underneath somehow. Yeah. But it does happen. It'll wipe out a building or two, but they immediately rebuild back. This little area is some offices and residential. We've got a little commercial and office down through there. But what I redid is, you may remember that our cargo hub was over here with this big one-way loop going in there. One, it wasted a lot of space. Two, it was also creating a traffic nightmare. There was just the exit of cars or trucks coming out and then everybody turning here, and it was just such a short distance for them to all space out. Traffic was backed up all the way around the roundabout and all the way onto the highway. So I took what we had here and just got rid of it and moved it to its own thing. And we do also have some waste processing and recycling and all that, but seems to be working a lot better now. What's really cool is before all of this industrial started to finally fill in, we were importing something like 4,800 goods. Now we're down to 2,300. So we're getting there. We are getting there, but we want to get that down as low as possible. And one of the reasons we want to bring that down is over here. This, obviously, backed up with traffic, but look at the trains. Train, 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 train. There's a train. There's a train. There's a train. There's a train. Notice how they're just now starting to move. Yeah, we have a cargo train traffic jam. This second line I had to add in just so the passenger trains could get through. This traffic jam extends out of the tunnel, back to here on this side. Thankfully, right here inside the mountain is where the passenger train separates out, and then way over here, somewhere, I don't remember where, right there, passenger trains separate out as well. I did add another cargo terminal, hoping that maybe this industrial and this industrial would maybe use that. And they are to a degree, but not as much as I was hoping for. It's more imports than anything. So we definitely need to keep going with our... Oh, that is export, though. That's cool. Well, you're going to the other... over here. That's not helpful. That's not helpful at all. If we're just sending everything over there, it's not helpful. Whoops. I just don't have anywhere. I mean, I guess we could get rid of this neighborhood. It's 1,800 people, and do some industrial over here. Just to help out these guys, because we are importing for most of our commercial. It's imports. They're not producing their goods, so we have a crime problem at the college. So that's a thought of something that we could do. We could just, as much as I love a little hillside neighborhood, we could fit in a lot of industrial there. But it's so nice because it's hillside, waterside. It's a nice place to be. It's a nice residential neighborhood, and there's just nowhere else without really flattening a lot of land that I could get another residential neighborhood. Like, this is pretty steep. You can see just how steep it is. From here, it looks pretty flat. When you go into this view, and you can tell, and it's not. So that wouldn't really work. We've got a little flat-ish area here, but it too climbs up pretty quick. A little harder to see because of the trees. So there are some places that we could replace our residential with, but not a lot over here. And what I'm afraid of is if we get rid of a lot of the citizens over here, we won't have enough workers for an industrial complex here. So it's something to think about, something I'm going to consider. I love all these little rivers running down to the hills. But it's something to consider, something that we're going to have to address sooner rather than later. You all right? You good? Yeah, you're good. You're just kind of doing loops there. But I haven't even looked at this in the town to see what they're importing. Actually, this whole area is good because we have a lot of that we have that industry back there. But then we start getting back in over here to the original area that we built. I think, yeah. This is our original area right here. Yeah, right here. So we start getting a little way away from where the industrial is. We're importing a lot of stuff here, which hopefully that's just coming from there and across and not, oh God, I really hope it's not coming from over here. That would be a disaster. Or over here. Where is it? There it is. But we need to do something about this because not only is that going to cause problems with, oh, well, there we go. Perfect example. Not enough food. He can't even get his stuff. Yeah. It's not only going to cause problems with the trains being stuck, but eventually we're going to have people start complaining that there aren't places that they can get goods from to sell. So like commercial, and then we've got already an emergency shelter that can't get food. So does that mean it's just not even functioning? Probably. So yeah, lots of frustrations over here. And I kind of always assumed there would be. The one thing I was considering is, whoops, we have this big area over here with our power and our sewage. And it's even nice and flat, like right here as well. There's no road access, but that's easy enough to fix. Just run some bridges across. But it does have road access off the highway right here. There's a road here, and I don't know why. It goes nowhere. It goes like under the bridge, and then it's just there, and it terminates into a trail that leads to there where there's picnic tables. Were they intending this to be a nature reserve? I think so, because of the way that little bit there is, but it doesn't have a highway access at all on this side. So we would have one spot for all of our highway access. It would all have to come here, which that would be putting a lot to do a residential area and an industrial area. And even if we do that, it's not really going to help us all that much because they still have a massive trip over to where people are importing over here. Or over, let's look at it this way. Yeah, over here. So it's just, I'm not 100% really sure what we could do. I was planning on doing this area as residential, but maybe we could change that plan and just do a big industrial park here. I mean, we have a railroad we can run off into here so that we could have yet another cargo hub, as if we don't have enough of those yet. And then maybe we could just do all this as residential and commercial and offices. Much to think about. But our new little area filled in nicely. We got our big high rises. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. I just ate a big dinner. With lots of tater tots, and potatoes give me the hiccups. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. Yeah, so we go from high rises to boom, small houses. It's a little abrupt, but whatever. Yeah, it finally all just grew in. I just had to let the game run probably 2 hours earlier this afternoon, on the same day as I recorded the last video. And all these places that had empty spots had to fill in first. That's really all it was. And there are still a couple here and there. Well, the way the music cut out there, I really was expecting the emergency broadcast lady to come on. Okay, got a little nervous. But anyways, yeah, it's grown up really nicely. Not going to put anything in this little corner, But we are going to do a little something out along here. Just I don't know, just residential, probably. Yeah. And then over here, of course, we have more road access, and then we'll fill all of this in. And then after that, we can start thinking about either going and doing all of this or jumping over here and doing all this. And these are really the only two parts of the city I had planned on finishing that we haven't done yet. So, well, 3 if you count this area. So let's get to it, yeah? Let's get to it. Let's find a road that we want. This road. Actually, let's do this road. And there's a reason. What is that reason? Well, just trust me, I have reasons. You know what? Let's go ahead and... I said I wasn't going to put anything back here, but let's do it. Let's get crazy. Let's follow the railroad tracks here. Come on, give me... Yeah, there you go. I knew you could snap off the railroad tracks. There we go. Let's straighten that up a little bit. By the way, got some feedback in comments that my ferry boats video had the ferry boats pretty much at the end of the video. And yeah, I know. I didn't say the whole video was about ferry boats. Basically, what happened on that video was I really couldn't think of a better title. And since we worked on ferry boats in that video, well, I just called it ferry boats. And that's why, you know, not every video is one topic. You know, sometimes we just build a city in the multiple ways that we do. You know, professional YouTubers at work, you know, just sometimes a little bit mysterious in our processes. But, you know, you gotta trust us. You gotta hope for the best. There you go. That fills in that area. We will fill in that area, because why not? So what I want to do now is just get a road that follows the coast. Oh, that was not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Why is that way up there? Go down there where you belong. Thank you. Yeah, this is what I want. So we'll start like here and just fill in a good chunk of this here. And around that way. What I found really funny about the ferry boats video is I was originally gonna give it a title like leisure area or something, but we've got kind of so many of those already in this particular Let's Play that I really didn't want to just call it that again. So I was looking for a different title, but when I was going through editing the video, I saw the concert area where it's over here somewhere there, and there was a concert taking place. I'm like, man, that'd make a great thumbnail. And whoa, hello traffic. And then didn't even think that my thumbnail didn't match. What's this all about? Okay, you're coming out, you're doing good. What's going on here? So this, okay. Part of our problem is down to the fact that, I mean, I hate to just use Biff's terminology all the time, but he's right. Lane mathematics, they matter. They really do matter. Besides, Biff is a great guy, and why wouldn't I want to use a great term? I'm not going to start shiftifying and doing T-breaks or anything, but, you know, not shittifying, shiftify. So there's one right there too, but you can't really, I mean, there's no lane to change. So why are you guys doing this? Why is, oh, because they can't change lane Here. Yeah, there was a problem where they were all bunched up here. That does not explain why this is slowing down other than this. Why does it put the lines on the ground? That's weird. So let's have them do a little bit of lane discipline there on that side. But here, I mean, come on, guys, look. It's kind of ridiculous that you're causing this much trouble. Do we need to help them? I think we need to help them. Okay, look. You can go there. What we're going to do is let them come up a lane. Like this. We're going to say, look, you can go up a lane. And then we'll let this lane out. The outside lane come up on two of them. I'm going to run out of space really quick, though. And then you can come up a lane. So see, look, you can go up a lane. Then when you get down there, you can go up another one. And see how much better that flows. That might be enough. Might be. I'm going to take a drink of water while we just kind of stare at this. So it doesn't look like it's enough. So many of them are wanting in that outer lane. Like the far outer lane, even. Yeah, it's these guys that are like just stopping. Like, just keep going. Look, you can do that right there. I really hate to do this many lane assignments on one stretch of road. What I haven't done, though, is give anybody the ability to go down a lane. And we need that. So you can go down a lane there. Or you can go down a lane there. Oof, I can't do that there. So it's going to have to all happen here. This is your shot. That's your shot. You better shoot it. I mean, that's your one chance. So they're going to go straight. Nobody's really choosing to get in that other lane. Yeah, I really need you people to get moving. This is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. What if, let's investigate. What if we brought our 4-lane back a little farther? Don't have a whole lot of space here, but we could try bringing it back just a little bit farther. And see how that does. And then they don't have any lane control there at all. So let's see if they see that as a better opportunity and get flow in here. Yeah, okay, so just giving them the extra lanes up there. Maybe that was just so close that they were like freaking out about the decision they had to make. Look, why do you stop to change lanes? Just flow, just merge, man. Merging is not hard. I drive on highways all the time. You merge. There's a little gap and you just put your car right in. You know, it's easy. Unless other people on the road are being jerks and riding the bumper of the person in front of them, and then you flip them off, honk your horn really loud, say things about their mothers, but then you cut them off. No, not really. Don't cut people off on the highway. No road rage. No road rage. Yeah, see, this is where we get into problems. Where we've got people jumping multiple lanes. So we've got, like, this guy is wanting to go there, but a minute ago we saw somebody at the same time, wanting to go that way, and then somebody from this lane wanting to go to that lane. So that definitely causes issue. Don't stop, dude. Just go. What's wrong with you? And I don't... Oh, you know what? Since we had to reinstall, even though I didn't have to technically reinstall, it did reset all of my Settings for all my mods. Reckless driving. Individual drivers in road conditions making disabled despawning. Enable. Oh, it's on. Never mind. Okay. Where's the one about heavy vehicles? Yeah, heavy vehicles for outlanes. Wow, this mod remembered vehicle restrictions aggression. Restrictions aggression. Oh, how strict we want it to be on paying attention to the rules. Excuse me, hiccups. Yeah, okay, so this remembered all my settings, so it's nothing there. Let's say maybe the AI part of it is not set. All right, so what are we looking at here? Let's go back and get rid of these and see where the trouble really begins. Now that we've expanded, we want to leave that one. And then we want to come down here and leave these two. But other than that, let's just leave it wide open. You see, they're just all sticking in that outside lane. Or is that the inside lane? Is that the inside lane and that's the outside lane? I don't know. I always get that confused. So let's go look at that again. Heavy vehicles prefer outer lanes. Maybe, yeah, that's the outside lane. That's the outside lane. These are inside lanes. Okay. So they are following the rule there. But then when they get down here, they're like, well, shit, I don't want to go that way. I want to go that way. But they're turning anyway. I'm not convinced this needs to be 2 lanes, by the way. I think that could be just 1. This side would probably... No, nobody's even going that way. This little traffic is going through here. We could probably get by with these becoming 1 lanes. And then this just being a 2-lane highway the whole way. Until it gets like... Well, we need it to eventually become a 3-lane just so we can go down to 2 here, but... yeah, I'm just not really convinced that all of this needs to be 4-lane and 2 lanes and all of that. I wonder if that's not part of our problem. The whole 2-lane aspect of it. I don't know. I've wasted enough time staring at it and not enough time building this little area over here, and that's what I wanted to do. Is this going to be enough of a connection? I think we should go ahead and connect it up here as well. So what'd you do for 20 minutes in your City Skylines video, Brandon? Nah, just stared at the highway. Oh, mod has... Yep. Turn that key off. I don't know why the node snapping just disables sometimes. But I really wish it wouldn't, because it's really freaking annoying. Whoa, what's... Why are you guys getting hung up by a bus? Oh, okay. Also, why is there a bus stop there? I'm sure I was like, oh, we'll eventually have bus stops on this, but that's dumb. We don't need a bus stop there. We just don't. Eventually we will, but for now, it can just come out here. Just right through that way. And shortcut, and then it has to take a really long path back. Why? I don't really know when it could just turn left and go back there, unless I did the same stupid thing. I did the same stupid thing. Why did they do this? Why would I put bus stops in before I have roads and zoning and all that? This is dumb. Yeah, don't do this. This is dumb. There we go. Look at that. So much better. So much better. And now that won't all have to stop for buses. You don't really want your bus stops on the main roads anyway. So, okay, cool. Let's at least get this little section moving. Every time the music dips, I keep thinking we're about to have a disaster. I'm so not used to having the music, though. I normally play without it, and I just keep forgetting to turn it off between recordings. That's what it comes down to. It's really loud and obnoxious, though, and it's really repetitive. I mean, when I first got to these Skylines, I was like, wow, this game has a great soundtrack. But after a while, it gets old, and I don't really like the radio stations that are in the game. and I don't find them to be all that pleasant. Where are we gonna bring water for you? Right here. Cross that road there, and then here, like so. And then you should just be able to go out that way and get all of that. And then we just need to run a little bit of a line up through here. Like that should get it all. Cool. I really think I want just this whole side to be residential. Just one big residential area. That's not the button I wanted. But with that much unemployment. Ooh. Holy retirement community. Wow. And how quick do people age up in this game? I don't let it run like 2 hours for all this to build. And this is as fast as it runs. Like, if I can put it on 3, it doesn't go any faster. Okay. Alright, well. How many empty jobs are there, though? Oh my gosh. 15,000? Am I mathing right? Yeah, I'm mathing right. So, yeah, I think I can get away with this being all good with that. It'd be nice if I could get the ferry boats here. Man, that'd be a long trek around. Unless we put a ferry stop out here. In addition to wherever this one is. Which this one does really well, by the way. Look at that. I've had to keep adding boats to this just to keep up with this one stop. And they're doing really well now. Well, that's an idea. We could have that. Have like another stop like here and then one here. I'm going to stop here and catch this side. Nah, I think I'd rather than be in the harbor. I'd rather just use mass transit for this. Yeah, okay. I've made up my mind. So, how are we doing on death care and all that out here? Terribly. What about fire coverage? We've got a big one there, but because the roads don't connect, it's pretty bad. So, we could go overkill and put a huge boy in, or we could do that and then not get a whole lot of coverage. Yeah, we're going to have to go with the big one just to get the coverage. That was part of the problem, by the way, over here. We had services, but just not enough. Like this, never built, even though there's fully covered services. Put a park in, and boom, it built. Done. And park. And then we may as well just go ahead and put a post office in here as well. That's probably going to be a mistake because the truck's sitting in there. But that's probably for future burning. Okay, so what? I might do some teeny tiny offices right here. Just some teeny tiny ones. The rest of this is residential. Let's smack that down real fast. I'm hesitant to put too much right there. Also, let's upgrade this into a nicer road, shall we? That will help them be happier as well. Let's give them a pretty road. Boom, 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 boom. By the way, I know the audio was out of sync in the last video. There's just an editing error that I didn't catch. Because normally when I preview the video to get the audio right, I have the game muted, which I know sounds weird. But trust me, it helps to do that. I'm telling you, trust me, professional YouTuber. So if you're so professional, why don't you have millions of viewers? And you know what? That's not a nice thing to say. Oh, man. Alright, fill all this in, and then we'll wrap this up. Actually, I'll fill it all in and let it start growing up, and then we'll end the video with a little look at how it turned out. Or maybe we'll just do one of those little time-lapse things here. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I edit the video, what I was in the mood to do. But either way, I'm going to go do that thing, and then I'll be back. So we get it all in, or zoned in. We also went ahead and added a couple of things. I don't think I have the Sea Fortress in use anywhere else. I really hope I don't. What I noticed while I was doing that, I was looking for the cool floating cafe and couldn't find it. For whatever reason, resetting my computer, even though I still have all my achievements in City Skylines, resetting it reset a lot of these things, which is really funny because some of this stuff, like I have an observatory. It's over, it's here, it's working, operating normally, getting visitors. Only 10 because it's really far away. Things like the Posh Mall are not available to even place because I haven't supposedly met the conditions, and yet there it is, operating normally. So yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Why the... Because again, I didn't have to reinstall City Skylines. It was installed and it was fine. Because my games, even the ones that were on my C drive, I just backed them up and then copied them back into place. And then when you click install in Steam, it's just like, oh yeah, that's there. For matter of fact, for the most part, as I copied them, it was just like, oh, hey, that's there. I don't want anybody turning left there. If you want to turn left, you do it here. Yeah. Yeah, don't turn left there. And don't turn right there. You had your chance to get on the highway there. You don't get to do it again. So that's your entrance. If you're going there, and here you're not turning left. That's just dumb. So cool. So this area should fill out in time. We're up to 176,000. We were up to 181,000 before our retirement wave kicked in. Still the wrong button. Yeah, that's a whole lot of prune juice. Tell me, come on. You can't tell me they didn't choose that prunish color for old people on purpose. But anyways, we'll pick it up here next time. I'm just going to let it run between videos. Let this area all fill in. It should in time. We've got some nice little parks down here and some fishing piers. People are starting to move in. And then down this way, I think it'll take a little while for it to all fill in, especially as we get farther away from the leisure distraction. I might do a little path to connect that just so they can get over there. And then next time we'll pick it up here by looking at mass transit for this area. So until next time, I'm Brandon, staring at the side of an apartment building, reminding you to stay vainglorious.